Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name's Erica. Today we're going to be making these adorable little gift bags. They only take about 5 or 10 minutes each. Let's get started. So this project is going to be super easy. If you're like me, I always find something at the very last minute to make. And so right before, of course, Advent started, I decided to do a handmade Advent kit for one of my daughters. And so I also then decided to make my own bags. Now the good thing is that these are going to be reusable for next year, so I won't have to do this again, but they're absolutely adorable. They're fully lined and they are cute as can be. And then of course they have these little strings so you could hang them up. I'm going to probably just put them in this little bowl here. You could even do some numbers on the front, whatever you like to personalize them. And you can make these any size you like. Just make sure your lining and your outside are the same size and you'll be good to go. Let's go ahead and get started with this fun project. So supplies are going to be super easy. You're just going to need 2 pieces of fabric. These are 5 inches by 10.5 inches each. You're also going to need some basic sewing supplies. I just have a little pair of snips here, my rotary trimmers to cut these out, although since that's already done, I'm kind of done with this. And then I'm actually not even going to use my iron. I'm just going to use my little seam roller for this project. Pins are helpful, a point turner, and a hair marker is helpful. And then for this project, I'm also going to be needing some kind of ribbon or this is just like that jute twine or whatever, and you can find this at any craft or hardware store. So that's going to be it for this project. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to scoot some of my stuff out of the way, and I'm going to take my outside piece and my lining piece, and I'm going to fold them in half, just like this, and just make sure everything lines up nicely. And we're folding them in half, right sides together. And then the next thing I'm going to do is take my lining piece and we're going to sew down one side, and then I'm going to leave about 2 inches open over here and then continue sewing, and then we're going to sew down this side as well. We're going to leave our top open. And so how I kind of mark that so I don't forget to leave a little area open is I'll go ahead and just stick a pin in there, like a stop and start kind of pin. I'm going to scoot this one down just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to leave this open so we can turn our project right side out, and we're going to sew down both sides, leaving this open. For the outside piece, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to actually make a couple marks. So I forgot to show you the ruler, so you will need a ruler. So let's go ahead and set this one aside. I'm going to turn this to the side. This is my folded edge right here, and we're going to make a mark 3/4 of an inch from the top. And I'm just going to go ahead and put one there, and then 3/4 of an inch from the mark you made. And this is actually going to be kind of dependent on how thick your drawstring is. So I am doing 3/4 of an inch, which will be plenty of space for 2 strands of my drawstring to fit through there. If you're using a thicker ribbon or something, just go ahead and measure that and just make sure that your opening here is wide enough to account for 2 pieces of your ribbon to go through. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick a couple pins here as well, just to kind of remind me to stop and start, because you don't want to sew over this opening or you won't be able to get your ribbon in there. And then you'll just have a sack, not a drawstring. So now we're going to take this to our sewing machine. We're going to sew down both of these sides using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Again, don't sew where your pins are. That needs to stay open. So I will backstitch here and here just to give that a little bit of added strength. We're also going to be sewing down both side edges of our lining. Again, don't sew between the pins, and backstitch here and here to give it a little bit extra strength. Okay, so now we have both of our pieces sewn, and again we have our opening here and here, and then one on the side. And now we're going to just take this outside lining, and I'm just going to kind of open it up sideways like this, and I'm just going to use my little seam roller to press this seam right here open. And this is just going to help keep it in line when we turn it right side out. So I just kind of finger press that a little bit and then use my seam roller. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do the same thing to this one. If you don't have a seam roller, you can for sure use your iron. I'm just trying to make these sort of fast and easy. So there we go. And then you can see we have our little openings right here for our drawstrings. Now we're going to go ahead and take this and turn it right side out. And if you want, you can kind of clip off these corners. Just don't clip into your stitches. I'm not going to bother because these are just little gift bags here. So I'm just going to use my point turner to turn out those edges. Just make sure everything is nice and straight. And then we're going to stick our outside bag, which is right side out, inside of our lining, which is still inside out. And then I'm just going to take my hand and put it in this bag. That way I can kind of stick it in my lining a little bit easier. Okay, and then I'm going to just line up these side seams right here, and I'll put a pin on the side, and then I'm going to put a pin on this side as well. And then just kind of straighten everything out, and then you can put another pin like here and here. So we're going to take this over to our sewing machine, and we're going to sew around this edge using a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Before we do that, I want to make a couple of marks on here just to help myself out later. So I'm going to do a mark 3/4 of an inch away from this top edge, and I'm going to use my hair marker because we're going to be flipping this right side out, and as you can see, it makes a really nice mark, and that we're going to need that, but it's going to be on the other side of the fabric. You'll kind of see what I mean, but I'm going to make another line 3/4 of an inch down from that. So I'm going to do that down both edges. And these don't have to be perfect, by the way. This is just to keep your drawstring inside your casing so it doesn't fall down here in the bag. Okay, so we just have our marks, and now we just need to take this over to the sewing machine and sew around this top edge using a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. On my Juki over here, I don't have a thinner arm. Your sewing machine might, so you can put this right on your arm of your sewing machine and sew around. Since I don't have that, I'm actually just going to sew it from the inside just like this, and it works just fine. So I'm going to back stitch there at the stop and start. Now we're just going to sew around. When I get to this red seam, I am going to make sure it's still pressed open. Okay, so we've sewn all around our edge, and now we're going to go ahead and turn this bag right side out through our little hole here. And again, if you want, you can kind of clip off these corners for less bulk. Just don't clip into your stitch line, and I'm actually not going to bother because these are just little gift bags and like no one's going to care. Okay, unless you're using like some really thick material or something. Okay, I'm just going to clip off any extra threads I have there. So here's what you should be looking like. And then now we just need to close up this opening. And so you can stitch that by hand if you want. I'm actually just going to take it over the machine and just run a stitch right along that edge using about a 1/8 inch stitch allowance. Okay, and here we go. It's all nice and closed up, and we just need to trim off that thread. Okay, and then now we're going to just tuck this down inside there. And I just use my hand. And then you can kind of use your point turner to make sure your points are nice and neat. And then you really just want to kind of roll this edge all the way around and just make sure. I kind of just roll it, finger press it. You can also use your iron again for this step. But I am just making these super fast. I have about 11 more to make now, so I'm not wasting any time. Okay, so there we go. And you can even take your seam roller here and just kind of give that a final press. And when I'm done, I probably will go through and just press them all really quickly at the end, but there's no need to do it right now. All right, now we need to run some top stitch around just to keep everything in place and to keep our drawstring in its casing area. And so we made those hair marker marks, which I can kind of still see on mine, so that's just going to be my guide. You can also use the faceplate on your sewing machine as well, but we're going to make our first stitch a 1/8 inch from the top edge. We're going to make a second stitch 1/4 of an inch from the top edge, and then we're going to make a third stitch about an inch down. And you can kind of see where the opening for the drawstring is, so you don't want to sew over that area. Basically what we want to do is we want to do a stitch line here and here so that we're securing the bag all the way down but leaving this open for our drawstring. And here's the one I did before, and this doesn't have to be perfect. I was kind of eyeballing it, so I got a little crazy right here, but it looks super cute when it's cinched up and you'll never even see it. So let's go ahead and take this over to the machine. And I'm going to just be Eyeballing this first row, I'm just lining up my fabric with the edge of my foot, and this is our 1/8 inch seam. Next, I'm going to run one that's 1/4 inch down, and here's my 1/4 inch marker right here on my machine. Okay, and then next we're going to do our last one. And for this one, I'm actually just using this line right here on the side of my machine so I can try and keep my fabric straight. Okay, so here is our finished bag. We've got a line 1/8 inch down, about 1/4 inch down, and then this one's actually about 1 inch from this line. I think I said 1 inch from the top, so I apologize. It's 1 inch from this line. So 1 1/4 inch from the top edge. And again, that's gonna kind of depend on the length or the width of your ribbon. Okay, now we're gonna take some of this, and here comes the kitty, because this is his bit. Excuse you. Excuse you. Lay down. Be a good boy. And I'm just going to cut it at 15 inches. And so I just used my little mat here to find 15 inches for the first one. And then I'm just using the second one as a guide. And then we're going to just take these and thread them through our drawstrings. So you will need the large safety pin, which I think I forgot to mention, but it was at least in the video. And then we're just going to use this to press it through. And this is so fast and easy, you guys. And then we're not going to come out this side. We're going to keep going all the way around. And come out this side. And I like to tie these as soon as I get one through. I like to tie these. So I'm going to go ahead and just tie this edge, and I just wrap them both together and tie. And I just do that so I don't accidentally pull it back out when I'm adding my second drawstring. Okay, so there's one. And then we just need to do the same thing with the other one. And for this jute, I like to kind of fold it in half because it comes off this pin. If you're using a ribbon or something, it'll probably work better. So now instead of starting on this side, we want our ends on this side. So I'm going to start on this side. We're going to just do the same thing. We're just going to run this all the way around so that it's just going the opposite direction as the first one. And there we go. That so Jax doesn't hurt himself. And then we can just tie this one. Okay, and there you have your little drawstring bag. You can fill it with whatever goodies you want, and you're all ready to go. Now I've got a bunch more cut up because I have several of these bags to do. So I'm going to get to sewing, and I'll show you them all when I'm done, but wasn't that so fast and easy? So I think these are going to be absolutely adorable. Here's my finished bag. I now have 2, which means I have 10 more to go. So I'm just going to be busy this afternoon sewing. I'll insert some video here so you can see how I decided to display them, and I just think these are going to be so fun. And the best part is I can reuse these again next year. So here are my finished bags. I could not be any happier with how they turned out. They're absolutely adorable. Like I said, you can make these any size you want. Just make sure your lining and outside is the same size and you'll be good to go. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe. That way I know to keep making them for you. You can also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. So now we can take this to our sewing machine, and we're just going to sew down both these sides using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, stopping and starting. Oh, what is that? That is not a pin. Jax, no. Kitty, go. You're not helping. All right, guys, here is my fun little finished bag. All right, guys, here is my finished little goodie bag basket. So here are my finished goodie bags. So here are my finished goodie bags. I could not be any happier with how they turned out, and I whipped all of these out in just probably like an hour, maybe 2. How long do you think it took me? There's 10 of them. Let's say 10 minutes per bag. So if you like this video, please make sure, seriously, kitty. So if you like this video, hello, Jax.